Hey, what's up everybody? I'm in the shop today and no one else is, so I thought I would take the chance to show you what we've got in our shop at this moment in the second week of November here. So let me just get you going with a little walk around. So this is our primary cut room. We've got the CNC slider, edge bander, doweling machine over here, but these are empty right now, and that's a good sign. That means we've cleaned out our space at the end of our last workday. Tomorrow we're going to start with the kicks and some remaining pieces for a recent project that's gone past CNC. So that's the programming and the labeling that will get used for this. So tomorrow morning we're going to cut all our sheets for the remainder of those pieces. They will get doweled and then dropped on these carts and wheeled over to our edge bander. Here we will do all our edge banding, get them all trimmed up. Sometimes there's extra cuts needed on the slider over here, but for the most part, that's Mike's job over here in this area of the shop, and a lot of volume happens with those 4 machines. We also often use the vacuum press whenever we've got a custom layup or certain veneer needs a grain match or anything like that, and that's just behind me here. So this table's pretty cool. You put your pieces on here. You can stack, I think, 5 inches high, and you just lay that down and the vacuum press sucks it all down to the table. It's very flat. You got aluminum extruded kind of base thing going on here, and we've gotten some really great results from this tool here. We have a delivery going this week, and it's going to get loaded up into our 16-foot box truck here. I think on Wednesday we've got a delivery going with a large package for a local job, so that's what's going to do the driving. So after we cut and edge band and dowel our cabinet box pieces, we bring them over to this room here, and this is where we do our assembly. So as you can see, we got lots of parts stacked up and hardware in boxes. Bring them out into this area here, and then we begin our assembly. So we'll stack them on all these different horses and tables, and depending on the size of the cabinet, we'll set them all up like this for assembly. About half the time we're gluing them, half the time we're screwing them. Just depends what the needs are of the exact cabinet. And we've also got a bunch of drawer boxes that we've glued up and made here in our shop. So those are looking pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to this fingered pull detail. You can see the notches in the carcass. We've got a maple, a piece of solid maple going through there for the backing for the finger pull on those doors. So that one should be pretty cool. And then into this next room here is where we put all of our cabinets that have been assembled and are ready to ship or are ready for further construction. So we've got all of our ladder kicks here, got all kinds of boxes stacked here that are going to be going out in the next week or so, and that's 2 different jobs. And obviously some of them you don't ship out right away, some of them you need to not only put drawer boxes in, but take them upstairs to mock up custom parts if you're building an island or something that's really critical. And that's this area. Today I'm doing a little video action in this room here. That's our little manager's office. We've got a showroom and an office somewhere else, but this is where the dirty work happens. No shortage of holes on this piece. Onto the shop floor here, we've got a bunch of different things happening. So there's our spray booth tucked away there, and we've got a lot of our bench work going on here. So this is an island that's been set up by Brian. He's building all the parts and pieces for this. So we've got our built up gables to get that nice 1.5 inch thick piece. We just ended up putting a skin of hardboard on there. It's about a 1/16 thick. Paints really nicely, easy to apply. And then what else have we got here? So on this cart, yeah, it's all set up, and blind corner panel. Over here we've got a couple different, this is actually for a different job. So beautiful maple panels that have been mitered and joined. They're going to be pre-finished here and then assembled on site, as you can imagine. And then over here we've got a glue up going on. So There's some large, thick gables that are being made there. I think those are gables, if I had to guess. They've got the foot at the bottom there with a little reveal detail. Maybe I'll show you here. Best part about this job is this view. Not a bad shop view, huh? Yeah, there's our detail here, so you can see we got a little curve cut here. In some cases, we'll just use a piece of solid to the floor and wet areas, so that when it gets laminated to our plywood or MDF or whatever, we have a really moisture and water resistant surface area for our scribe to the floor. We've got our little Polk bench on wheels. We quite like our new development there. And what else we got going on? So these are maple fronts that are being edge taped and sanded and dialed in before finish. One of them did get a finish. It's got a little boo-boo, so it's going to get refinished here. But that's a beautiful, beautiful product. I really like that one. We've also got our cabinet parts. So in this case, I believe we painted edges on these because we couldn't find a close enough match edge tape wise. Sometimes you have to do that if your edge tape's just not there. So that's pretty nice. And then we've got a bunch more maple parts. I should really find the light for back here, but a bunch more maple parts going on here. You know, kick covers, puck valances, fillers, crown pieces, all that kind of stuff. And then stuff that's more or less ready to go. Wrapping station here, another glue up, and another cabinet being painted. I think this is getting more than edges. I'd have to take a closer look, but it's probably getting painted certain sides. And then there's some product that's been either primed or is just about to be primed. I mentioned before, when it comes to so many of these cabinet parts, it can be 3-4 steps with sanding in between, with filling and making sure that everything's in good shape. So we got some pieces about to be primed down here, and then this maple's already got one coat on it, but lots and lots of time into all this stuff. And so that's what's happening this week. We got all kinds of exciting projects happening in our shop here, and that's just in the shop. We got lots of exciting things happening on site too. So I'll try and get you guys more footage of what's going on there and stay up to date with what's all going on. And so that's what's happening this week. We got all kinds of exciting projects happening in our shop here, and that's just in the shop. We got lots of exciting things happening on site too. So I'll try and get you guys more footage of what's going on there and stay up to date with what's all going on.